past 2 years of my RA experience have been amazing. I live in Hercules and absolutely love it. Which brings us to part 1 of this video. How have I, Rachel diMonda, applied the Engage, Connect, Develop motto to the resident assistant position?
Engaging begins in the early days of the semester, when you learn names, play icebreakers, and just randomly knock on doors to talk with residents. You're the stereotypical RA. You find out that James wants to go by Patrick, Alex and Sean are twins, and Zoe, and a majority of your residents, binge on Netflix. Faces become familiar as the floor attempts to become a freshman family. Connecting comes from the late-night conversations in the common room about classes, helping residents take out trash to the dumpster, and literally hunting down the ghost resident when a roommate agreement has to happen. Developing is a little different, though, because engaging and connecting happen with talking, but developing happens through your flaws. Because the truth is, you can't help residents with school problems until you've gotten an NC in your freshman class. You can't understand how amazing Greek life is to a resident until you tag along to an event. You can't begin to understand financial problems until you personally have to deal with financial aid. The truth is, developing happens when the RA shows feelings. When we learn that being an RA is about being a mentor, not a parent, we learn how to develop. But learning how to develop isn't a training session, but a gradual learning experience, one that the Hercules community has amazingly shared and used patience with me in the teaching.
Which brings us into part 2. Consider your current and future strengths, areas of improvement.
Empathy is one thing I'm constantly trying to improve on. One moment that I wish I could have learned sooner would be focused on a birthday. I actually said I wasn't going to the birthday dinner simply because I didn't want to, and I couldn't understand why she wouldn't want to talk to me after. It was only when my birthday rolled around that I realized it didn't matter what we did, it just mattered that friends were together. It was a pretty crummy feeling. And it's moments like this I try to pause and look at what others need. How do I develop this relationship? It takes more than talking or favors. But with that brings me to my strength. I call myself a German Shepherd. When it comes to tasks or when someone is in trouble, I will literally drop everything and do whatever is needed to help someone out. Need a shift covered? I'm a student athlete. I'm always needing morning hours covered, and my coworkers amazingly do it for me. So if I can help, I've got you. Need help with your hallway? My grandpa died in the fall, and my coworkers did my floor theme for me so that I could go to the funeral. Knowing how that felt, I will gladly help out coworkers. It's the small things that add up in this amazing Hercules family. They understand and work with my weaknesses so we can all develop each other's strengths.
And so we move on to part 3. Goals for the RA position and roles within the RA position.
My goals would be to build stronger bonds with the housing community, learn how to laugh more, and just relax. I hope to return to be a leader, continuing to lead large scales, but inviting novice RAs to shadow me so that they can then lead a large scale too. Practicing how to calmly give ideas at a meeting, showing RAs how to do rounds, and just being the best RA UCF housing can have.
So here we are, ready to wrap this video up. So finally, part 4. What are your community preferences for the upcoming academic year and why? I love Hercules, and I hope to get to call it home for my senior year at UCF. Specifically, I've loved working with my freshmen. My energy matches their energy. I've also loved getting to watch them take on college for their first year as I mentor them through it. I can't imagine my college experience without the RA position. So thank you UCF Housing for this amazing experience, and I hope to return to it for another year.